Hey everybody, GundamGuns here, and this is part 2 of the Masquerade Musha Gundam Mark II review. Be sure to check out part 1 where I go over the inner frame mechanics, a speed build, comparison between the MK2 version 2.0, and an overview of the weapons. Alright, first off, let's go over the head, and the head can spin around 360 degrees easily and move left and right pretty far compared to other Masquerade heads, and it can also look up and down this far. The red part on the horn here is actually a decal that you lay over it. It looks decent as long as you lay it on even, and this part here is also a decal. For the arms, you can get the basic 360 degree rotation at the shoulder without anything blocking it from moving around. And you're also going to get this hinge joint that's built into the body that allows you to move up and down like this. And you're also going to be able to move it in and out this far. If you raise the side of the shoulder armor here as high as it can go, you can raise the arm this high, and that's as far as you're going to be able to raise it because the shoulder armor is so big and bulky, it's going to block it from moving any higher. At the elbow here, you're going to get a double jointed connection which allows you to get a full 180 degree bend. Even though there's a lot of armor pieces around it, you're still going to get the full 180 degree bend. At the bicep here, you're going to be able to rotate the arm a full 360 degrees without anything blocking it from spinning around. And the little armor piece here moves up and down and does not get in the way. And the shoulder armor here moves up and down like this. On the forearm here, you get this nice little claw mechanism that you can pop right off. The claw mechanism looks pretty cool. It's nicely plated with some gold accents, and the little claw right here you can pull out just like that to extend its reach just a little bit more, and then you can just push it back in just like that, and it connects on through a polycap and a peg connection. The hands here are a basic Masquerade hand where you get a thumb, an index finger, and 3 connected fingers, and then you get a peg on the hand, and it can spin around 360 degrees and bend in this far and bend out that far. There are no moving parts for the chest area because there is no cockpit, it's only a dummy core, but you do get some nice gold vents and a gold emblem on the middle. The waist section has a relatively small range of movement where it can move side to side only this far. And then it can move forward and backward this far. You're only going to be able to rotate this far because the side skirts block it from turning any further. The front side skirts can be lifted up all the way and can move out just a little bit, but these front side skirts are really loose. They come off very easily. The skirt on the side moves around pretty far. It would be able to spin 360, but the armor gets in the way, and you can lift it up this high, and it's connected through a peg and a polycap joint. And the back side skirt doesn't move. If you try to move it, it's going to pop off just like that. You can lift the leg up this high, but it's just going to droop back down because the inner frame is very loose. Even though it moves very smoothly, it's very loose, and that leg with the full armor on is quite heavy. At the knee here, you're going to be able to get a full 180 degree bend, and on the side when you bend the knee, you're going to get some armor splitting action where you can see part of the inner frame. At the feet here, you're going to be able to point the toes down pretty far to the point where it's almost vertical, and it's going to expose the pistons on the inside, which is really nice. You're only going to be able to point the toe this high because the ankle armor blocks it from going any further, but I learned that if you pull down on the foot right here, you're going to be able to point the toe much higher. This allows you to achieve a much wider range of movements and gives you a lot more possibilities for action moves. The ankle is only going to be able to move out this far and move in this far because the ankle armor blocks it from twisting in and out any further. And the ankle armor can move it up and down just like this. You're only going to be able to pull off splits this far because the side skirts are going to block it and the hip joint won't allow it to go up any further. And this is as far as you're going to be able to spread the legs apart while keeping the feet relatively flat to the ground. On the backpack here, it has thrusters that all move around independently, and they're normally a poopy gray color, but I painted mine a gloss aluminum. The thrusters on top are accented with some nice mesh tubing, and you're going to get a pretty wide range of movement where you can move it around pretty far. And then the beam saber hilts here can move in and out just like this, and then you can pop the beam saber off like that. And to put the weapons on the backpack, all you have to do is put the weapons on the mount and then attach the mount to the back of the backpack like so. This is an amazing kit. I love the mobile suit design because it's a cross between a samurai and a Gundam, which is incredible. I love it. But there are some downsides to this kit. So let's start off with the cons first. And my first con would have to be the color of the inner frame. I hate the color of this inner frame. It is a terrible color choice. It's a mix between light purple and gray. And I really think that it looks like crap. And another thing about the inner frame is that it is really loose. Although it moves around very smoothly, it is very loose. It does not hold the poses very well at all. If you try to lift the leg up, it's just going to droop back down because it's so heavy. With all the armor on it, the leg just drops right back down. Another thing that bothers me about this kit is the front side skirts because they are very loose. If you try to lift up the leg too high or try to get your Gundam in a certain pose, the side skirts are going to fall off very easily. And the last thing that bothers me the most about this kit are the weapons. Well, just two in particular, the katanas, because I think that they are way too small proportion-wise to this kit, and the beam rifle. I hate the beam rifle. You may have heard me say this before in part 1, but I really hate this beam rifle. It looks like a super soaker. Seriously. I wish they would have went with the old school style like they had on the Musha Gundam. Alright, so now that we're done with the cons of this kit, let's move on to the pros. And this kit has a lot of pros to it, because it is a great looking mobile suit. Like I said before, I love the design of this MS because it's a cross between a samurai and a Gundam. The gold-plated pieces look great on this kit because Bandai did a great job on nub placement for these pieces. If you're careful and you clean your pieces very well, you're not going to be able to see any scar marks on the fully assembled kit. The only scar marks I was able to pick out were the ones under the horn, and they're not very noticeable at all if you do a good job trimming the pieces. Once fully assembled, this kit looks badass, and it definitely has an overwhelming shelf appearance because the gold accents really make it stick out, and the bulkiness of it really helps it stand out against your other Gundams too. And if you have a Musha Gundam, pairing these two together will look amazing. Having two badass samurai Gundams back to back is amazing. I'm still gonna have to pick up a Musha Gundam later on, but they look sweet together. Overall, I think this is a great kit. The price tag on it at 6,000 yen is a bit high. It should be more along the lines of 5,500 yen, but since you get a lot of gold-plated pieces, I guess the price is going to be a bit higher than normal kits, so that's going to be alright. This was a very fun kit to build, and it's relatively easy, and the only thing you need to worry about is trimming the gold pieces, so be careful not to trim off too much. But the bottom line is, it's a great kit. I would give it a 9 out of 10. So I highly recommend this kit, and thank you everybody for watching. I'll see you all next time.